Welcome back to our Locks of the Day, Locks Mob. I'm Christian Hardy. We're going to run down our favorite plays of the day for today, May 30th, winding down the month of May. Real quick, just wanted to show you our website. Check it out. It's locksdfs.com. In the shop, we've got not only baseball with GBP and cash lineups, our optimized lineups, and our GBP lineups, but we've also got the World Cup Pass right now. With the World Cup Pass, you get a free week of MLB. So check that out. And anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the slate. I'm going to start it off on DraftKings. A lot of the guys today are pretty much we're going to target on both sides. We're going to start with pitcher here, and with James Paxton, he's 11-7 on DK. He'll probably be our go-to pitcher on FanDuel as well. He's facing Texas, 2.8 team total, by far the lowest on the day, minus 273 favorite. Obviously, Paxton's been great on all year, but he's even better at home. And he gets really to play in a park that favors pitchers, one of the best pitcher ballparks in the league. Rangers K at a 26% clip versus lefties, so and also one of the worst road WOBAs in the league because they have such an advantage at Globe Life Park. So Paxton K percentage 32% on the year, almost 33%. So he's a pretty obvious play for us today. Obviously, some people will go with Scherzer. We're opting to go with Paxton. Ohtani's also up here, and then one other pitcher to consider that we'll probably have as our second pitcher on DK most likely is Ross Stripling. With that said, go to our first hitters, and really it's going to be just Coors in general, and that's just the Rockies against Derek Holland. Derek Holland, left-handed pitcher, 46% fly ball rate, 44% hard hit to righties. Those numbers are both to righties. 341 WOBA. Believe that's to both hands. The guy we're going to target, if he bats up, is going to be Noel Cuevas. If he's going to bat in the top 6 even, he's pretty much a lock in the lineup just because he's at his price, 3.2K on DK here. Rockies have a 6 run total on the day. It's by far the highest. As I said, Cuevas' price is just too good to pass up. 314 average, 313 BABIP in his rookie season versus lefties so far this year. Obviously, not a lot of power from Cuevas, but a guy we can get some power from on the Rockies as well is Trevor Story. ISO at home versus lefties is just pretty insane. It's 29 at bats this year at lefties at home in Coors. He has a 724 isolated power number. In his career at home versus lefties, he bats 49 ISO and a 185 WRC plus versus lefties at home. So Story, anything he's playing a lefty at home is a great time. And Holland, I read those numbers, high fly ball rate, high hard hit rate, and he's playing in Coors. So you're probably going to see the ball travel quite a bit. So both those guys are pretty much locks for us as long as Cuevas ends up in the lineup in that top 6, like I said. Another team we like is the Seattle Mariners, and that's Mitch Haniger is the one that we're going to go with, is the top player for them. 444 WOBA, 232 ISO versus lefties this season. ISO jumps at 321 when he's looking at home splits versus lefties, and hard contact over 44% versus lefties. He's also on top of that been hitting the ball pretty well recently. If you look at his Fantasy Labs trends, I'll even pull them up for you right now. Excuse me, I need to go to, I'll cut this out. Even if you go to his Fantasy Labs trends, you're going to be looking at pretty much everything is up for him in the last few weeks. Let me pull him up right here. So as you can see, he has 6 trends there. I'll cut some of this out. Hard hit percentage, at least 41% over the last 15 days. So he's been hitting the ball hard. I'm going to cut all of that out, actually. Going back. Okay. Haniger's been hitting the ball well. Isolated power versus all pitchers in the last month is 264. So he gets a face of guy in Matt Moore, who just gives up pretty much everything. 40% fly ball pitcher Matt Moore coming off the DL, gives up a 5.41 xFIP to righties, 38% fly ball, 46% hard contact. I mean, this dude gets hit hard. We're all over Seattle today. Seattle stack absolutely in play. Denard Span, even Matt Moore gives up a lot to lefties, so he's in play. Gene Segura, that's a guy that we'll target more on FanDuel just because we've got the shortstop spot filled here on DK or Trevor Story. But also Nelson Cruz, Kyle. If you're going to look for some value on Seattle, Kyle Seager and Heredia. Heredia has been doing pretty well for them. So, and then the last spot we wanted to look at, really the lock on DK is going to be Kurt Suzuki. He's at 3,500. He's a little bit priced up for catcher, but really the Braves in general against Jason Vargas. Vargas has just been a gas can all year. Woba to both hands is well over 400. Hardy at around 40% to right-handed bats. And Suzuki and Camargo will both bat right-handed. Home run per 9 on the year is 266, and I believe it's over 2 for both right and left-handed batters. He's given up 6 home runs and 5 starts this year, Jason Vargas has. So, Atlanta's a great team to target today. I think they're a good team to get even some value on because you can also go to Johan Camargo, who is a shortstop and third base eligibility. We'll probably play him at third base here, but he's a good spot. Just wanted to jump over to FanDuel. I mean, really, it's the same plays on FanDuel we're looking at here. You're going to plug in Paxton. You're going to plug in Cuevas. You're probably going to plug in Story. And I mean, those are the obvious plays. And then Suzuki is a really good price over here at 2.5. I think that's a really good play, that catcher first base spot. Excuse me, that's DraftKings. And then you're looking at Seattle. You've got Haniger. Segura has a really good price, as we said over here at 3.3. He's pretty much a lock in that utility spot, it seems like. So that should give you a pretty good start. You've already got a pretty good core built here as long as Cuevas comes up with that lineup. So those will be our locks of the day. Pretty much just Paxton and then some cheap Atlanta bats, Colorado bats against Derek Holland, and pretty much a Seattle stack. Really, you could play a little bit more Seattle even in this lineup, and get a Nelson Cruz or get a Kyle Seager. So there's a lot of different ways to go from here. So that's kind of our core, and we hope you guys use it and do well tonight. So good luck, and remember to check us out on locksdfs.com for all of our optimal and GPP lineups.